Hi, folks. Thanks for joining us this evening. We will probably have a smaller meeting tonight since it's the first of the year, and those always tend to be a little lower on attendance while everybody kind of gets their bearings after the holiday season. So we're going to just jump right in. Appreciate everybody's time and being here. Hopefully, we'll try to keep it short so we can all get to the other things we have going on this evening. So thank you again, and we'll get started. First and foremost, welcome. Katie, obviously you are the only non-board member currently joining us tonight, so thank you for being here. I'm Jess, I'm the current president. We have David Hoyt, who is our secretary, and Eric May, who is just joining us for the first time as our new member at large, elected last year. So very excited to have a new face on the board and looking forward to the year. We will just kind of go through the agenda, and if anyone else joins us, wonderful. And if not, we'll hopefully have a bigger meeting next month. So we won't have a treasurer's report this evening. As you can see, we only have three board members currently. So we do have two board vacancies, both the treasurer and the vice president role. The three of us who are on the board will kind of figure out what that looks like in terms of treasurer's reports as we sort of get caught up with all of that. We'll have that information, of course, for end of year and then, of course, January next month. But this month we will not have that, unfortunately. So stay tuned, please. And kind of rolling in from that, as I mentioned, we do have two vacancies. So the vice president role and the treasurer role are currently vacant. No worries at all, Katie. I've had the internet issues come up too. So you definitely get some better bandwidth if you go no video. So if you need anything, feel free to jump in, but video is totally not required. So vice president and treasurer, we are definitely looking to fill those roles. If anyone is interested in that, they can certainly complete the board nomination form on our website. As long as that's in 14 days before a regular meeting, we can announce the candidate at that meeting and then vote the subsequent month. So would love to get those roles filled with folks. Those are 2-year terms. So both of those terms will end in December of 2027. We are also looking for a zoning chair. This is not an elected position. This is just if you are a current member of the association and you're interested in filling that role, we would look forward to having you. So you help to coordinate all the zoning items that come through, and those are on the docket and the ballot. We'll actually have two next month. So if you'd like any more information, you can reach out, and we would be happy to talk further about that.
Jess, have you heard
Let's
anything else from I'm blanking on her name, but on the person who I emailed who had maybe been interested in zoning chair or anyone else so far interested in any of the board positions?
Nothing has come through yet. And I am currently monitoring our zoning inbox. So nothing's come through there. And I haven't seen anything come through just on like the general accounts either. Maybe with the holidays, it kind of, got lost in the shuffle, but certainly would love to hear from any of those folks who might be interested, but nothing to date. Okay, scholarship committee, kind of a similar ask. We'll certainly be looking for folks who want to be involved in that process. Lauren Larrick was serving as our vice president for several years. Her term has now wrapped up, and she's moved on to yet another organization because she wants to do some work there as well. So she has been heading up our scholarship committee for the last several years as the board representative. So we'll be interested to see who might want to take on that mantle and get involved. And this is something that we do with some of our other neighborhoods as well. So South Central Commons gets involved. Schumacher has gotten involved in the past. And so we'll kind of look forward to what that will look like. We'll have a chili cook-off in March to raise funds for that. And we've had the folks do a lot of really great work on that over the last several years. So we'll have more information for you in February.
And I just talked to Lauren earlier today and about maybe taking over that and soliciting some past and future committee members and kind of I'm going to try to get a handle on what the records for the past several years look like so that we can figure out how to move forward with it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. Yeah, that's always kind of an area that people do get excited about, and people who maybe don't normally have a lot of passion in other areas, this is one that stands out for them. So I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Otherwise, just general committees. We have our beautification committee, which is currently on hiatus. But if someone is interested in doing a project, we'd love to support that. So always love to hear what members and neighbors think would be a great project. Membership committee is just about spreading the word, letting people know who the MVA is and that we're here, and always looking for helping hands and folks to get involved and add their voices. And then, of course, we have social and zoning as well. Zoning, of course, I mentioned we are going to be looking, we are actively looking for a chair there. And social, David, do you know if you and Jeremy are interested in helping to kind of coordinate those happy hours again this year?
Um, Jeremy's out of town currently, so I haven't talked to him. Um, and I don't think I haven't really thought about it. But I think we could probably do something similar to what we did last
Okay.
year. Now that we're meeting in person again, at least sometimes,
Yes.
um, that kind of changes the calculus because we do have opportunities then to get together. So I don't know if we want to do exactly what we did last year, but let me talk to him about that once he's back in town.
Sounds good. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. And then we don't have any commissioners with us tonight, obviously, so we will skip over Southside Area Commission updates. But of course, if we get any information or a commissioner is able to join us next month, we'll be happy to share those updates. And just for the record, we unfortunately could not do our hybrid meeting this month because we were the unfortunate um, victims of a theft at our info center. The television that had been donated and the webcam that we purchased were stolen. And so when we are able to get those replaced, we will be able to go back to our hybrid model. But until that happens, unfortunately, that is not an option for us at the moment. I appreciate David the last 2 months of the year trying to do with his laptop and kind of be that on-site presence, but it was certainly a challenge. So we will look forward to getting that hardware back in place and no leads. We tried to get some footage from nearby. There's just nothing, unfortunately. We don't know how it happened.
I think
But
at
we
this
think
point we just need to move on and find a
we
new
yeah,
TV. Yeah.
we just need to and we'll have some things in place to make sure we have hopefully better secure system next time. But um, that's pretty much where we are. So let me make a note here. Okay. Last thing I'm going to do is run through upcoming events and activities. So the Southside Area Commission has their meeting coming up on Tuesday, January 20th at 6:30 p.m. They have those at the Parsons Library. They are open to the public. Our next monthly meeting is, of course, Wednesday, February 4th, here at 7 p.m. over Zoom. And we hope also with hybrid at the Info Center, assuming we're able to secure a TV. A member did reach out with a potential ability to donate. So fingers crossed on that. We'll see if that pans out for us. And we'll, of course, keep everyone notified through social media and our member emails once we have better information and can hopefully get that installed before next month. Our chili cook-off will be Saturday, March 7th from noon to 2 p.m. We typically work with Hey Hey for that, so just confirming with them that they are available for that date again. But again, it's always a really great event. It's a fundraiser, so there's lots of good chili to taste, and we do raise money for that scholarship. So always really our plan is to have Founders Day on Sunday, April 26th. The board members will need to discuss kind of what that looks like this year since we have had a reduced volunteer presence and, of course, have a reduced board presence at this time. That event can get pretty intense with hands-on needs, so we may need to scale that back if we don't have the hands, but we'll certainly let folks know once we've had our next board meeting. Our first yard sale of the year will be the first Saturday in May, which is May 2nd. So got some time to think about that. But if you're a member, you can register your house for that sale for free to be included on the community map. And that is always a really great time. And then, of course, the garden tour, which is in July, Sunday, July 12th. So have some time before that comes up, but we'll start talking about gardens and the committee here soon and to kind of kick those things off in February so we're ready. Typically now what we do is we just open the floor for questions, concerns, community interests, first of the year, if anybody has anything they'd like to talk about or share. Okay. You unmuted, David. Did you have something?
Um, no, it's hard in January to, I think, get everyone sort of back into the swing of things after the holidays,
Yes,
but
it is.
hopefully in February things will pick up a little bit more.
Yeah, and we'll have a kind of social media kick back up and people will be having their memberships renew and everything. So I think as we get over the holiday brain fog, it certainly picks back up after that. So
Jess, are you concerned at all about I mean, I know everyone who had previously been a member when we had the system of renewing on January 1st, who auto renewed, they should have auto renewed. But is there anyone who expired at the end of the year who hasn't auto renewed? Do we need to
Only
do
a
any
couple.
work to
Yeah, only
like
a
get people
couple.
back?
And I'm gonna basically just send an email communication to those couple, um, and basically kind of reach out and say, make sure they haven't moved away, because that does happen, of course. I think we had one person whose card was declined, so they may have just gotten a new card. So I'm just gonna send some membership emails to those folks through the system just to see if there's anything they need from us, any support to renew if they'd like to do that. But the great thing about the membership software we use now is that it does have the auto renew, which I personally really appreciated because I didn't have to remember to manually renew. And so I'll just kind of see if anybody needs help with maybe getting that set up, if that's a preference they have. But our renewals have all been very positive and we've been seeing lots of them. So,
I know I got mine.
yep. I
Oh,
love that auto
oh, 5 2.
renewal.
Yeah, 5 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So make a note here. All right. So anything else anybody likes to share or talk about? Okay. In that case, thank you so much. Happiest New Year to everyone. Please stay warm. Please stay safe. We do hope to see you at our February meeting. And as always, if you need anything, you can reach out to the entire board at mvaboard@marionvillage.org, and we can help wherever we can. So again, thanks everybody so much for being here. Eric, welcome to your first official meeting as a board member. We'll be back for
Yeah.
next month.
Welcomer. You should be scared. Maybe we'll see. All right.
Thanks again, guys. Good
See
night.
you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.